down in flames. That's kind of what it felt like. Oh, hey, everybody. Welcome to Dumb Investing. That's Harry.
That guy, that's Lloyd. It's about to get dumb up in here. Let's have a little bit of fun.
All right, on tonight's show, what you can expect to see is portfolio review with Dumb Investing. We've spent all our money. Our retirement is now invested by rolling random dice and picking random stocks. So we're going to review our portfolio, big picture. Then we're going to go in depth, talk about what happened in the market tonight and kind of how it affected us, whether we made money, lost money. NASDAQ set a record. Woohoo! I'm sure we did too. I'm sure we're making money now. Absolutely. When we're all done with that, we're going to do a deep dive on 3 stocks that we already own, kind of like we did when we were rolling dice. We're going to see if we should keep them or is it time to rotate out, maybe rotate into something new. Then we may talk about some real estate and other investing stuff. So thanks for joining us. 17 loyal subscribers. Love every one of you. Shout out to London. How's it going? The rest of you, welcome to the Dumbest Investing channel on all the YouTubes.
There we go.
On to our portfolio.
Okay.
So NASDAQ set a record today. The other two, not so much. So ours is really red. And in my personal life, mine were super red. I don't know. You made money today, but mine were ugly as sin.
Well, see, the NASDAQ today was up, but not really everything was up. FANG was up. So for those of you not familiar with FANG, FANG is Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, and Google. So a big rotation into those stocks. Amazon itself was up almost 5%, and that is a huge move for something like giant. Amazon. Yeah, so they were, I don't know what the numbers were exactly, but let's say somewhere they started the day about $3,300, and they would have ended whatever 5% of that is up another, what's that?
$150. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you owned a couple Amazon shares, you would have been up $300 today. So big move for Amazon. That was the biggest mover in the market, and that's probably what kept the NASDAQ.
Oh, was it?
Well, I would say so. In terms of like overall valuation movement, I would say Amazon had the biggest movement in the market.
So what do you think's happening? You think so? This is starting a new quarter. So is there maybe mutual funds and pension funds that are maybe having to do some rebalancing and shuffling money around maybe right now?
You know, it was interesting. The volatility index today was up crazy amounts, which means there's a whole bunch of money entering the market and leaving the market. So I think when the volatility index is high or going up positive, I think that means that there is money entering the market. When it's negative, I think that's when money is leaving the market. Today it was up, and at times it was up over about 15%. Volatility index.
That's strange because bonds, the yield dropped substantially, which means there's a lot of money flowing into bonds also. So weird day.
It's interesting, and there's a lot of talk about the reverse repos at the banks, and maybe that's what's happening. Is that so? What the reverse repo is, and I'll try and give a short explanation, but essentially, the banks are only allowed to keep so much money on hand, and at the end of the day, they need to either lend that money or invest that money. So basically, they're investing in some way, shape, or form. When they hit that certain dollar amount threshold, the government has their rules and regulations that says, nope, you can't have that much money. You got to invest it. Well, what they have traditionally been doing is investing into the Fed fund overnight. And basically, at night, the bank gives the Fed a bunch of money. And in the morning, they do another swap and they take all their money back. So that's what's called the reverse repo, is when the banks are giving the Fed the money back overnight. Now, the reverse repo rates have set all-time highs, like huge numbers. So I'm wondering, I'm just speculating as we're talking here, is maybe the banks are actually investing in safe growth tech stocks.
The FANGs.
The FANGs and the bonds. So if the banks are buying the bonds, lowering the yield, and if they're investing in the safe, low PE tech stocks, the FANGs, that might be what's happening.
So do you think, more of the Feds are wanting to talking about starting to slow down. So do you think this is maybe the bank starting to prepare, say, well, since we're not going to have free money anymore, maybe we should start putting it in some little bit safer places?
I think this is the realization that inflation is transitory.
Oh, I like that.
I think this is kind of the start of the inflection point where inflation starts trending down.
Right.
So if that's the case, if we're at that inflection point where the banks think, or the Fed thinks, or everybody thinks, maybe not you and me personally, because we're still paying more money at the pump and more for food at McDonald's, but the longer term inflation rate,
Right.
is,
Their measurables.
yeah, they're thinking, because they're living in the future, right? Like they're out 3-6 months. They're predicting what's going to happen. They're thinking that this could be the inflection point where inflation starts to trend down. So we're seeing that happen in lumber. The prices of that commodity have dipped. What are we at? Probably a third, close to a third of what it was all-time highs. Not quite.
Yeah. Yeah, about that.
So real close to that anyways. So we're going to potentially start seeing that in the rest of the commodities, which ultimately will drive inflation.
All right.
That's one take.
Nice commentary. I love it, Mr. Ticker. That was great.
That's one take. What do you think?
Dude, you heard me. I was busy today. I didn't pay close attention, and yeah, I was talking on the phone the whole while on the way home, so I didn't get to hear Bloomberg.
Yeah. Good
So
deal.
get this. So today was Realtor One. Oh, we'll get into that later. Sorry, let's get our portfolio.
We'll get that. Let's do our
Golly,
portfolio.
yeah.
All right. So what we see here, a pretty red day generally. A lot of dumb investing stocks are not tech. So most of them are, we're looking at industrials and banks. So our biggest two losers today were the 3 times industrial bull ETF and the Bank of America.
How far
Bank
was
of
the
America
down today?
We'll check that in a minute. Bank of America has earnings next week. So
And they're going to crush it. Nobody's going to care.
Maybe, unless we're in we go back to the
Old school.
way that the world is supposed to work, where good earnings does good things for your stock.
Are rewarded.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Who knows? We'll see. And at the top of the charts, we've got our 2 high conviction plays in BurgerFi and Haylang Education Group.
No way!
Dude,
wow.
I saw some points today, so you can see it in the chart here. Haylang was up to 44.85 at one point.
Holy cow.
It was up 10 or whatever that is, 10 or 12% at one point today, and then it ended up closing down at, what is that?
Yeah, but that's still up substantial.
41.30, yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, it's
good
sitting
deal.
At 41.30. Yeah, crazy. Maybe there's going to be some people that start watching Dumb Investing and will really want to buy this. So what you see here, this is the volume chart. So I'm looking at, I can't see what that is there. Probably the minute. Yeah. So this is the minute chart. So somebody, somewhere along the way, put in a whole bunch of buy orders, which caused the stock price to go up.
Yeah.
So you can see the average volume up here.
And see that makes me think that's, a fund that's doing something like that.
It's
right?
a fund or institution of some sort, right? So their average minute price is 550, or average minute volume 550.17, 674, 564, and then all of a sudden 95.87. It's like, wow, okay.
Huh.
Yeah, so somebody spent a bunch of money on Haylang. So maybe they're seeing the fundamentals that we saw.
All right. So last week, I think it was last week, Didi came on, which is the Chinese Uber.
Yeah.
And had their IPO, and they went crazy and everybody was having a Didi party and life was great. Today completely crashed because the Chinese government's getting involved and saying, oh, what are you guys doing, man?
Yeah.
You guys, sharing people's personal stuff. We got to get control over this. They shut them down basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe there was some Chinese money, and they wanted to keep Chinese money, in Chinese stocks, and said, "Oh, let's move them into these guys here." So I don't know.
That's certainly possible.
Could have been a play with somebody who says, "Hey, we want to keep 10% of our fund in China, right?" And DD's not working out. Where do we put it? Oh, let's go put it in this education thing. Good deal. Good on you. The rest of you should listen. So yeah.
So what we were talking about, the Dow was down today.
How much?
Was down 0.61%.
Oh, so nothing.
Nothing.
It was basically flat.
Everything printed pretty flat by the end of the day.
Huh.
Yeah, so here's DD as you were talking about.
Is it number one of the day?
Number one in volume, yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Interesting. Apple's number 5. Wow.
And it went up how much today?
I don't know if that shows me.
Oh, it didn't have a percent. Huh.
It didn't go up much because I own that personally. I saw it.
Looks like it went up
1.47%. Yeah. Yeah. It was up a little bit. So it was Apple's. I've held Apple for, probably. It was one of my very first investments. So many, many years. It's been good to me.
Good deal.
All right. So biggest gainers and losers. We have the inverse growth.
That's still on top.
That one might end up being real good here pretty soon. We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a growth ETF. I don't know. That's weird. That's interesting. Principal price setters ETF.
Hey, I think that's one we're going to be reviewing. No, it's not.
All right.
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
We've got 3 stocks we're going to review here in a little bit. That wasn't
okay. And then down at the bottom here, we have our friends over at Hailing and BurgerFi,
who had a great day today.
Yeah.
So we just need that for another month.
So overall, we're still way down.
Red.
$4.
It's about as dumb as you can get.
Nothing is not working. We did not make $103 today. That I know for sure.
Did we get some dividends maybe dump in at the end of the month?
No, I looked at the it says our dividend transactions.
No, because we weren't at 2,700. That's weird.
Yeah.
What?
It's all kinds of buggered up.
Well, if you'd like to not understand what's going on with your stocks, there's a link down below. It's Webull. Put $100 in there. They're going to give you 2 free stocks, and then you can be as confused as we are.
There we go.
All right, so that's it for portfolio review. We're still in the toilet, and that's awesome because we wanted to build a channel that showed people how great you can invest in stocks. So yeah, dumb investing all the way. Make it red. All right. So we've got 3 stocks to review in that portfolio, and it's weird. These are 3 stocks that we don't talk very much about. Our first one is BAL. Any idea?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
That is the cotton one.
Oh, that is. Okay.
Shall we pull
Bloomberg Cotton Sub-Index. It had a good day. So we bought that thing around April-ish. So we're sitting pretty even with that. Hasn't really done much, has it?
We are sitting right at, actually, we're down 3.18%.
Wow. Wonder what date. That doesn't show you what day we bought stuff, does it? My spreadsheet does, but I don't have it. I got a brand new PC going, so none of my links are active.
I could probably scroll down here to see.
No worries. It's all good. So we're down on it. It looks like it's very seasonal, would be my guess.
BAL, right. April 26th.
April 26th. All right. Look at you, man.
I am getting a hold of this Webull thing.
I know. So yeah, so we're around the 49 area. We're sitting at 48 right now. So yeah, we're down. All right.
Yeah, 49.76.
So 52 week has been. So it's I don't know, dude. It's not. I thought people were going to buy some pants going back to work, but it sounds like the millennials are just going to quit their jobs instead of go back to work.
Dude, did you hear that?
They ain't going back to the office.
95% of people are looking for new work or alternative employment.
Yep.
Oh, 95%, that's almost everybody.
I understand it. I mean,
That's
it totally
insane.
makes sense. If I can add value and not have to commute and wear pants, I mean, why not, right?
Sure, but that's definitely not going to work for 95% of the
I know.
population.
I know. I get it. I wouldn't want to
That's
be owning commercial real estate right now. That's for sure. Right.
no doubt.
All right. DUSL is our next one. That's our bull stock, right? Yeah, that's the bull. So, do we think the industrials are going to be coming back over the next quarter?
What do you think?
I think industrials are part of a recovery.
Is all of the industrials price gains recovery? Does that even make sense? Anyways, you know what I'm saying.
No, but
is it already priced in?
Already priced in. I do think they are already priced in.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think that's where you look at the last 6 months of this thing, and this thing has run from 26 to over 40. So it's almost doubled in 6 months. So I think it's totally priced in there. So I have zero conviction in holding this thing any longer.
I 100% agree with you.
Okay. So this one we can cut her loose. In the bin is what we're going to say. In the bin. Did we make any money on it? We did make some, right? We're up like 6%.
No.
No.
0.7%.
What?
0.7%.
Oh, that blows.
Maybe tomorrow's our day.
Oh yeah, we are about even, right? Damn. I don't know if tomorrow's. Well, I don't know. Maybe we get a reversal from today. I don't know. Long weekend, weird market today. All right, but that one's in the bin. All right, our last one here that we need to look at is FISV.
FISV. I don't show that in our positions anymore.
Oh, we don't. Oh, maybe I messed it up.
Sorry. No.
Okay.
No, I found it. Sorry. What do these guys do? Can you give us a rundown of what FISV does?
What FISV does is FISV, together with its subsidiaries, provides payment and financial services technology worldwide. So it's a fintech, basically. And when we had chose this, we thought, hey, fintech is going to be a play on recovery, right? People are going to go out. They're going to start buying things again, and there's going to be financials that are moving around. Now, FISV is making money. Where was that? So they have revenues. Let's see in the quarterlies what they're doing. So the last 3 quarters have had positive revenue growth. No, I take that back. Q1 of 2021, their revenue actually went down. They had 3 months of growth and earnings of about $3 billion and $300 million. Is that 10% earnings? Yeah, approximately, maybe 9%. So that's not bad. Earnings per share has been more than $1 for the last 3 quarters and expected to be high. I mean, this company
FISV competes with Visa, MasterCard,
yes,
Fidelity, like big, huge,
big names. Yeah,
scary people. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the news in Weeble here, and the very first thing says FISV. I can't even say it. FISV.
Manakwahanehian.
Something like that.
Pagnamontos.
Underperforms Tuesday when compared to competitors. I kind of like this.
Okay.
I'm not.
Because we're voting for the underdog?
Space. I like this space. I think there's room for other players to come in outside of Visa and MasterCard, and I think there's going to be some disruptors. I don't know if it's going to be FISV, but there's going to be the likes of, what is that, Square, that, they have that mobile payment kind of thing. There's going to be some types of disruptors in there. I kind of want to ride this one out for a while just to see what's going to happen. We're down overall on FISERV about, I think 10%. Let me see here. 11.5%. But I think I'm okay with that.
So they are pushing Brazil very strongly right now. So
Interesting.
yeah, is Brazil coming out of the pandemic yet?
Well, Brazil was hit extremely hard in the pandemic.
Yeah.
I don't know where they're sitting now, but hopefully on the road to recovery.
So maybe this is maybe this works out for them. I'm fine holding these guys. I mean, it doesn't do us any good right now. But I mean, I don't know, dude. Earnings per share.
They're making money.
They are making money, but it's not.
Do you got a PE ratio there?
Yeah, it's like 1.28. No, PE ratio is 85.
Yeah, that's pretty high.
It's real high. Yeah.
Let's look. What's the 1 year price target? 141. Yeah. Let's hang tight for a bit.
Okay, we can hang here. Hang in for a while.
I hate to lock in losses. I think there's opportunities for this company. Maybe Visa or MasterCard come buys them up for 50% profit.
Yeah, and with them making money and having positive results and things like that, I think that speaks loud. The ones that we dumped were companies that were not doing well. So they did not,
Yeah.
it was hard to see a future. This one I can actually kind of see a future still. And they made $300 million last quarter.
Yeah, and the other thing is they're an actual company outside of the other ones that we've been buying and selling. They're either a ETF or something. We own a lot of ETFs.
Yes. All right.
Just
cool
kind
beans.
Of boring.
All right. So is that it with stocks and all that fun stuff? DUSL is going in the bin. We're going to be selling that thing over the next couple of days. So we'll be kind of seeing if we can hit a peak on that. So we'll be keeping an eye on it. So those of you that, if it's dear to your heart, we're sorry. Put it in the comments that you're going to miss it. But I don't think there's many people going to miss that guy. Anything else to talk about in the stocks and stuff? On to real estate?
Sure.
Okay. So over the long weekend, looked at two houses, made two offers. One of them was a house that was in my neighborhood that I really liked. It was listed at $315. It sat for 2 weeks on the market with 0 offers. They reduced the price to $280. We went, looked at it, loved it, right? It was a great house. So realtor ran the comps and she said, wow, it was at $315. Nobody looked at it. 14 days without an offer. It's kind of crazy. Maybe they're in the mood to sell it. Let's go in at $275. Okay, you're the boss. And it was a kick-ass kitchen, dude. They had put windows in under the counters. So the kitchen was so light and airy, and man, it was cooler than cool. Yeah, it was awesome. So anyways, we put in our offer $275. They took offers for 2 days, and they informed us that we were 14th out of 15 offers. And it ended up, get this, listed at $315, sat for 2 weeks, no offers. Listed at $280, bid up to $325.
Unbelievable.
How does that even make sense?
Unbelievable.
I mean, it's...
Somebody could have walked in there
dude.
a week ago, offered them $315, and they
$10,000.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I
That's
know. Is that just the crazy? Yeah, so we did that. We went and looked at another one that was it was mediocre in my book. It was like maybe a 6 out of 10. So I offered 10 over, asking just because that's what we did. We were in third place on that one. So coming home from work today, my realtor called. She said, "Hey, there's a brand new one coming up in your neighborhood. You really need to go look at this one." Okay, cool. So I met her over there. Nice house. It's going to work out. So we're going to put an offer on that thing tomorrow, probably.
Cool.
So we'll see what happens. But with the price of lumber coming down, you're hearing guys starting to advertise on the radio, like Lennar, saying, "Come on out, look at our sale prices." So I don't know if they got addicted to selling houses and they don't want it to slow down, or they're afraid that, hey, they're going to go look at somebody else because lumber's coming down now. So
No,
it was very strange.
Supply chain issues are alleviating themselves.
Perhaps.
So the biggest issue with the amount of houses on the market or for sale is not demand, it's supply. And home sellers or home building companies were limited to the amount of homes that they could sell from their suppliers because they could only get so much material. Those issues are starting to be negated. So we're going to start to see
the floodgates are opening.
Yeah, slowly.
Yeah.
And if anyone from Lennar is watching, go slowly.
Yeah. There was a guy talking on what show did I listen to over the weekend? Maybe it was Sunday morning. I can't remember what it was. Maybe a CBS show. Anyways, he was talking about how he specifically stated about the Texas multifamily market that has been idle for 6 months. And as soon as we wake up that giant, lumber prices are going up again. So it was pretty funny. It's like, oh yeah, buddy.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I know there's a lot waiting out in the wings, but it's amazing how much lumber is produced throughout all of the regions, right?
Yep.
When the mills start filling up, anything can happen.
So there was a guy talking about log prices in British Columbia are the highest on record or something like that. And
I do know something about that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's causing British Columbia not to produce as much.
I think that's probably,
or they can't be competitive in today's market with their lumber price.
If I started talking about it, I'd probably get too deep for our audience, but generally,
we don't need to go into depth.
Yeah. The BC forestry minister or ministry reprices the logs on, I think it's a quarterly or biannual basis, and it's all based on the price of lumber.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Oh, those sorry suckers.
Yeah. So
that makes a lot more sense now.
Lumber prices increase, they increase the log rates.
Well, we don't want those guys making
fees,
any
right?
money. Well, yeah, we got to control that. That's very socialistic.
So for all of anybody that's in politics in America that can help out the Canadian forest industry, it's not subsidized. We need to try and get rid of all of those tariffs to try and reduce the cost of material.
I don't know. Those of us south of the border, that sounded pretty socialistic.
Yeah.
So
no, it's protectionism what you're doing down there.
No, but what we just heard was, well, when lumber prices go down, we're going to drop your raw costs so that you guys are taken care of. Don't worry about your brothers to the south. That's what we just heard. Crank up the tariff, boys. No.
If only, right? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, awesome. we know a fair amount about the lumber industry and stumpage rates and crown land versus private land and all that kind of stuff. But here nor there.
Okay, that was a lot of words. I don't know what anything just said. It was awesome.
Basically, where the loggers get their logs from.
Got it.
So it really has nothing to do with dumb investing.
No, at the end of the day. So we're going to keep looking. We're going to keep making offers, and one day something will happen. I don't know.
Yeah.
I got a stern talking to from the significant other because we've been looking for a house for so long. And she kind of asked, what would that money have done if you had just put it in the stock market for the last 6 months? Well,
get the gosh darn HELOC.
Dude, I'm not even going there. I'm not. That is way too much crap for my world right now.
Dude, I got some stuff to talk to you about after the show or before another show to go through HELOCs and stuff.
Oh, are we going to do it live with everybody, or is it just a me and you thing?
Well, we'll go through it first, and then you.
Okay, and then we can. Oh, yeah. Sounds good. So we'll have to do a dry run on that one.
We're going to start to do some lessons, maybe.
All right, that sounds great. Because man, dude, I have been so busy with the 9 to 5 the last few
I
weeks.
know. Try and find a
I
few
mean, I don't even
minutes
get lunches anymore. It's
to prepare.
I got a sandwich in one hand and the mouse in the other. Yeah, it's been
For sure.
rough.
Well, it's been 30 minutes over at
Oh
our
my
rental
gosh!
house. I know.
It has
At
been
the rental
30
house, the flooring's done. They're painting now. They started
Sweet.
yesterday, so hopefully by the end of the week we'll be done. We'll take some pictures, we'll throw them up on Instagram, and you guys can check that out. And hopefully we can get it rented out real soon. We
So it
see
goes
all
on-
kinds of people looking.
Goes
to
on the
rent.
market next week.
It'll probably go on the market maybe mid to late July.
Yeah. Does your realtor have that cool Matterport thing? Or are you going to go in there and do the 3-dimensional and the self?
You know what? There is so much demand right now for rentals. Like the amount of messages that we get from people, just from friends that we have that live in the area that we
No
own
way.
the property in. Oh, they get messages on their Facebook group all the time of people looking for places to rent. It's insane. Like it's every day. People begging.
So you don't have to do
for a
any
place to rent.
marketing. You just have to put an address on it and say, come
Potentially,
and
yeah.
get in line.
Yeah, come start the bidding war. But the problem with that is
I know
how are you
all
going to
about
vet your renters, right? You still need to do that, and that's a very important part of getting the right renters, regardless of the price. You know, if
Yeah.
you're going to save $100 to get the right renter, totally worth it. In my opinion, like $100 a month to get someone who's going to be there and take care of the property, I think is well worth it. So
For sure.
we'll see. We still got to do the vetting of all the renters and stuff. And then over at this house, basement development, it's coming together. We're getting closer.
Yeah.
We got the couch delivered today. Nice little sectional.
Nice.
So yeah, we'll once we get a little bit further along, staged, cleaned up a little bit, we'll take some pictures and throw those ones up on Instagram as well.
Nice. That's totally cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's
So-
exciting stuff.
If you'd like to follow us on Instagram, it's dumb_investing. And if you want to follow us on Twitter, it's at dumbinvesting. Usually on Twitter, we'll send our buy and sell kind of stuff that we do. And on Instagram, we'll do some of our real estate stuff and updates and some crazy videos of some random things that we got going on.
DUSL. Look out for the tweet on when that sucker sells. It'll be next couple
Sell
of
it.
days.
Whatever you do, don't sell it like that guy or buy it.
Oh, or like that guy. Or that one. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.